Well, I need to tell a story real quick to make a point because I realized that a lot of y'all just, I don't know, y'all just bugging. So I was at the Orange County Fair the other day, the Orange County, New York Fair, and I told a story, scroll back a couple of posts, about these white boys telling my daughters and her friends to shut the fuck up. And you know, I went back and forth in the comments with a few people, and people always try to tell me about what's gonna happen. Well, if you do this, then you might get locked up, or you might get this, and you might get that. And why don't y'all understand that some people are just all right with dealing with the consequences? We've already worked those out in our head, and we're like, okay, if that happens, we'll deal with it when it happens. So you know, it was another incident while I was at the fair. We was there for about 6 or 7 hours, and one time my daughter and her friends were on a ride, and me and my son and his friend was right across from another ride. So my daughter, was 3 of them. They had bought these bracelets. They had bought matching bracelets. They was, you know, some handmade bracelets. They wasn't expensive or nothing. One of them dropped the bracelet on the ride. When she got off the ride, she told the dude, yo, I dropped my bracelet. Can you look for it or can I look for it? He told her no and kind of shrugged her off. So they came and get me. They came to get me. I go back over there. I said, yo, excuse me. He says, what's up? I said, my daughter said that now it wasn't my daughter, it was her friend, but I refer to her as my daughter. She's my daughter's friend, and we all together. My daughter said that she dropped her bracelet on the ride, and she asked you to look for it, and you told her no. And he told me, go to the office. And I says, why would I go to the office when the rod is right here, and you could have looked on it before you let somebody else get on it because they might have picked it up? So he kind of like shrugs and like shoos me away. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but you don't shoo no black man away, not no grown ass black. So I asked him politely if he would like me to slap the shit out of him. So my daughter's like, no, daddy, we not fighting. My actual daughter, she's like, we not fighting. I'm like, nah, because I'm gonna slap the shit out of this. The fuck is you shooing away, boy? So then he tries to act as if he doesn't understand what I'm saying, like he don't speak English. So I'm like, yo, I bet you if I punch you in your face, you speak good English. So he whispers something to his man, and his man and him is looking at me. And I'm like, I don't understand what you're telling him for, because I'm going to fuck 2 or 3 of y'all up before y'all get the best of me. Like, and then I thought about it. I said, yo, what am I doing? I'm bugging. I got on a bracelet, a wristband, that allows me unlimited access to the rides. So I just go, I walk. Everybody in the heard it. So they excuse me, they let me go to the front of the line, and I goes on the ride. And I look, and I don't see it. So a third guy comes out, and he goes, what's happening? And I told him, I said, I tried to talk to your man. My daughter dropped her bracelet. He says, no worries, come with me. He takes me up under the ride. So we walk around, we look for a thing, or whatever. I use my flashlight on my phone. I don't find it. But then when I go back up, so now people are getting on the ride, so they got the exit closed, so I go out the entrance. And the original dude trying to tell me, now you can't go out this way. So I said, yo, homie, I already tried talking to you. And if you don't get the fuck away from me, I'm going to punch you in your face. And he looking, he say something else to his man in Spanish. And I'm like, yo, why you keep talking to him? And then the third guy, he comes, he's like, yo, sir, come on, don't worry about it. Just follow me. And we walk off. But my point of this story is, when my daughter came and told me her friend dropped her bracelet, and the guy wouldn't let her look for it. Before I walked over there, I've already worked out in my mind that there is a possibility that this situation might end with me in handcuffs. Now, I'm going to try to avoid that, obviously, but if it has to happen, I'm all right with that. There is a possibility that this situation might end with me hurt or hurting somebody. I ain't invincible, but I ain't going out easy. I'm definitely fucking 2 or 3 of them up before they get the best of me. But they're gonna get the best of me. I'm not stupid. I don't live in a fantasy world. So what I try to tell people is, like, I realize a big difference between my generation and a lot of the kids nowadays is that when we was outside, we was running the streets, we knew and we understood that prison was a part of the game. These dudes think they're gonna go outside and break the law every day, all day, and never go to jail. And then that's why when they get locked up, they wind up telling on everybody because they feel like this shit wasn't supposed to happen to them. But it's just crazy to me, the comments and the things that people say. Like, if I say I'm gonna punch you in your face, I'm not concerned with what you're gonna do after that. You should do something after that. You might get busy. You might whip my ass. I didn't say you wasn't. I said I'm gonna punch you in your face, and that's that. Whatever happens after that is, it's on you and me, and then we decide and we figure it out. But please stop telling me about what could happen and what should have happened. I don't care. I don't care.